Well, party people, it's the end of 2014! I bought a lot of new products this year, tried a lot of new stuff out, and I'm about to give you the best and worst of the new things that I tried this year. Try not to contain yourself, okay? Because we got some crazy stuff going down right about now. First of all, let me start off with a few disappointments. This, right here. That medal, this race, Rev3 Dells. I did the Rev3 Cedar Point, right here, full. Great event, loved it, awesome support, great environment. And then last year I did this event, Rev3 Half in Anderson, little disappointed. Rev3 Dells, this race, complete disappointment. Just shocked, lack of involvement with the community, the fact that there were very few spectators at the end of the race, the selection around vendors, it was all pathetic. It's no surprise that Rev3 got bought out by Challenge Family. I'm glad they shut down a bunch of their races. If it was anything like the Rev3 Dells, it deserves to be squashed. Second disappointment, these bad boys. Tufo tubular clinchers. I was so excited to ride on these because I'm a heavy rider, about 200 pounds, and tubulars allow you to pump your tires up extra high. And I normally run my tubulars 150 to 160 when I'm racing, and they're just really fast. But I have clinchers now. I can only pump those up to 125. That's not enough pressure for a 200-pounder to minimize rolling. So I got these Tufo brand right here. Spent an hour trying to get them on my rims. Couldn't get them on. These are made in the Czech Republic. You know, I was really excited to get them. I bought 4 of them. And I can't even use them. Can't even get them on my rims. Can't get them to seat. So really bummed out about those. Sometimes there are products that are so horrible that it's not enough to keep the products around. You actually have to destroy it. And so what I did with this product is I took my trusty personal protection device here. Unfortunately, the footage was lost. Fortunately, the product was retrievable. This Nathan Sports AP Pro Aerobar hydration system. It won Triathlete's Best in Class for hydration products this year. That's why I went out and bought it. The only good thing about it was how simple it mounted to your Aerobars. Now, this is destroyed, a couple 9mm rounds, but these would clip onto the Aerobars at any width very easily. But the straw and the bite valve would shoot water in your face when you hit bumps. Right on your glasses, super annoying. This little triangle refill piece, when you were trying to mount it back in, it never went in. It was always pushed all the way through or it pulled out, constantly leaking. And this thing only holds 24 ounces, and that's if you get it perfectly level. As a couple rounds, you can see some holes there. So, but the straw, you couldn't get it past a certain point because there's this bump inside that kept the straw from sliding down further, so you couldn't drink it empty and you couldn't fill it up. So you only got about 18 usable ounces. So I was so disappointed with this. That's why I shot it with my gun. Anyway, total junk. Do not buy their product. So that's it for the full-on disappointments. I had one company or one brand that really ran me through a roller coaster of emotions this year. Went from really excited to really disappointed in it. There are a lot of that brand's medals behind me. As you can imagine, it is the Ironman brand, owned by the World Triathlon Corporation. This is my medal from Maryland. This is my medal from the 70.3 World Championships in Mont Tremblant this year. Probably one of the highlights of this year for me. Absolutely spectacular event. Amazing location. Loved it. Just not happy with what Andrew Messick is doing with that company. The pros aren't getting reimbursed. The Registration fees are out of control. It's over $1,000 to register for a 70.3, 140.6 combo race. It's getting even more exclusive for people to participate in. Pros aren't allowed to do many of their races anymore, including Ironman Moo or Ironman Wisconsin right here in Madison. Huge event. Several local pros that I know that are sad about that. I don't know. I just think they're more interested in building the brand. So our club, the AW Club Tri-Team right here, we are boycotting World Triathlon Corporation, everything they do next year. Any Ironman events, 70.3 events, 5150s, or their Lifetime Tri series that they just acquired. Just haven't been happy with what they've done. And even though they have some great events, I think it's time that they get reined back. And so we're not supporting them. So that's enough of the bad. Let's talk about some of the good things. A lot of good things happened this year. I'm going to run through some of the semifinalists. These were great. They didn't make the final round for the best of 2014, but I did want to mention them because I was very happy with what I learned and my experiences with them. First one is my 50-50 carb protein diet. I was looking for a nutritionist, looking for a new diet to try this year. And I found it at fuelformance.com, and they have a metabolic protocol that allows you to spend more from your fat reserves at higher heart rates, but it requires that you eat a similar ratio between carbs and proteins throughout the day. You can check out this other video that I did on metabolic efficiency if you're interested. But the bottom line is you don't have to take on as many carbs during races over 3 hours. And for training sessions under 3 hours, you don't have to use carbs either. It pulls right from your fat stores and your usable carbs that you have. So absolutely love it. Here's the website right here, fuelformance.com. If you want to check them out, they'll do a 1-hour Skype consultation. They'll set up plans for you. Very helpful. Highly recommend that you do that. Prices start at about $100 an hour. Next area. For the long rides, the ones that were over 3 hours, I got tired of using gel packs because they run anywhere from $1 to $2 each. And so this is my new savior, Raisins. These suckers have 29 grams of sugar and 310 milligrams of potassium per quarter cup, 130 calories. So about the same as a gel block. You can put these in a Ziploc bag, put them right on your Aerobars, and man, you could go all day. This was 3 to 5 rides, long rides on the weekend. So Raisins, really happy with that. I combine that with some sodium because there's not a lot of sodium in this. So I'll either take sub tablets or I use my sub 8 hydration powder from DBM Endurance. I'm absolutely thrilled with that product. Next thing is I usually use REI for just a local bike shop to do my bike stuff, and I had a couple instances this year I wasn't too happy. They said they were going to fix my bike in a certain time period and get certain thing done for a certain price, and they were unable to deliver on that. So I switched over. Emery's Third Coast Triathlon in Milwaukee, run by a former Olympian cyclist. Absolutely loves the multi-sport community, loves the cycling community, and big shout out to them. So check them out right here, www.emerys.com. Just a great bike company to work with. As many of you who follow my channel a lot know that I shoot almost exclusively on GoPro. This is my first generation GoPro right here. You're now watching this footage on my Hero 3 Black Edition, but one of the products that revolutionized my cycling video this year is the Garmin Virb Elite. This thing has ANT Plus communication as well as GPS, and basically what that means is it can record, overlay my speed, my heart rate sensor, my power, my cadence, all of that right onto the video. If you watched my Ironman 70.3 World Championship bike course video, that entire thing was shot on this, so that provided 2.5 hours of footage. It's got a great battery, 1080p, just an absolutely awesome camera. I use it when I'm in some sketchy sections. It just has a simple slide to record button right here, and it records cars that are passing me in case I need to use that for any reason. But this is a great, absolutely great camera. Highly recommend it. Goes on and off the handlebars really easy. It stays parked on my bike most of the time. But Garmin Virb Elite, way cheaper than the GoPro. Really like it. I do a lot of my consulting work in the healthcare arena, working with healthcare firms that deliver primary care to their communities, something called population health. And one of the things that we find, very useful for those with chronic diseases is having monitoring devices that they can transfer that information to their doctor easily. So one of the things that I've been experimenting with this year are eye health products. And so they make a host of wireless or either Wi-Fi or Bluetooth products that sync with your phone. And with iOS 8.1, can sync with Epic's MyChart and go directly to your provider. So this is my bathroom scale. Gives me my weight and fat percentage. Every day I jump on that. It goes right to my phone. This is my pulse oximeter. Tell me how much oxygen. I can use this in between laps while I'm swimming to see if I'm hypoxic, or in the morning when I get up, see if my pulse is raised, if I've been overtraining or not, or just have fun with friends at a party, if you have nerd friends. See who can get the lowest pulse laying down. Anyway, kind of funny. This can either be worn as a watch, or I have it as a belt clip right now. Sleep activity or pedometer, really good. This is my wireless blood pressure cuff, so I can check my blood pressure. And this is a glucometer for checking my blood sugars. I'm not diabetic, but as I mentioned, with a 50-50 carb protein diet, this allows me to know if I'm taking on high glycemic index foods, which can inhibit the 50-50 performance. Eye health products, you can check them out on their website right here. I got all this for just a couple $100, maybe a few $100. Game changing. So Nathan Sports made that junkie hydration module, but they also made one of my favorite things. Big time on the road, as you guys know, I'm always all over the place, and with the winter, I spend a lot of time training in the dark because I have to either get up in the morning or work out after I get off. So I want to make sure I'm safe. This light spur, they call it, from Nathan Sports, I love it. It clips right onto the heel of your cycling shoe or your running shoe. It's in green, which is the wavelength that your eye detects most easily. And the battery lasts forever. I can clip it right on the handle of my bag, take it with me wherever I go, and that way I have it. I love this thing. So check them out, nathansports.com. This is the light spur. Picked it up this year. Absolutely love it. So now, here are the 3 finalists for the best product that I tried in 2014. First actually came from one of my sponsors, and no, this is not an forced endorsement. And all they make are deep dish, but this year they introduced the Or Cycling Catalyst Carbon Wheel Covers. These are $2.99. Used at Ironman Maryland. This was the first production set that came off the line. They FedExed them to me and got them to me just in time for the race. And part of the contributors to my high bike average. So these are cheap. They go on easily. Absolutely love them. Just great performance. Check them out right here, orcycling.com. Just they make a great product. If you follow me long enough too, you know that I don't have a really good swimming form. You actually probably saw the review I made of these. These are lava pants by Xterra. They're like wearing probably a pull buoy and a half. You can wear them in the pool, so unlike wetsuits that degrade with chlorine, these things I've been wearing in the pool, they work awesome. It was a non-wetsuit legal race in Vegas last year for the Ironman 70.3 World Championships. It was wetsuit legal this year up in Canada. I shaved 7 minutes off my half swim time with these things. I can train in the pool with them. I turn the fastest hundreds I've ever turned. I can wear them all the time. I was so impressed that I bought an Xterra wetsuit here in the off season. So Xterra wetsuits, check them out right here. This lava pants, love them, absolutely love them. Okay, so what is the #1 product that I used in 2014? The Cobb Cycling Short Crank. Woohoo! So in combination with my Catalyst wheel covers, these things help me average over 23 miles an hour during my bike stage in Ironman Maryland. That was a flat course. I was very impressed with that time. How was the short crank able to help me? Well, Brent from Emery's told me that in the aero position, the hips can cause problems with flexibility if you're not that flexible. So when you're down in aero and that leg comes up, that your hip can keep that can keep your leg from turning over. So if you get a short crank, it's not as there's not as much impingement, and you can crank a lot better. I didn't believe it. I put them on. They said, 100% money back guarantee. I absolutely love them. If you ride in a hilly area, I'd recommend getting a compact crank, but Ironman Maryland was a dead flat course, and I've never ridden so fast for so long. Just brilliant. Loved them. CobbCycling.com right here. Boom, $300 for their entry-level crank. Check them out. Gorgeous product. We post these videos. I make these videos to be able to inspire you to new levels of performance, to be able to introduce you to things that I've tried, that I've tested, that I'm not paid to endorse, things that I've spent my hard-earned money on, things that I've tried, stuff that works really well for me, to let you know so that you don't have to waste your money on them, or that you can spend your money on things that are great. You guys have been absolutely awesome in supporting this channel. We're over 750 subscribers now. We just passed the 800,000 view mark. Over 100,000 triathlon related views. And the website's growing. The team is growing. We're going to expand the AW Club Tri-Team next year. So thank you very much for supporting us this year, 2014. Wish you an awesome 2015. From Richfield, Wisconsin, AW Club Best and Worst of 2014. Try out! Woo, 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 woo. I was waiting for the theme music. Don't see the theme music. No theme music. There it goes.